What if everything you've been told about protein and strength after 60 was a complete lie? What if the #1 food doctors and trainers have told you to eat for decades, lean chicken breast, is actually making you weaker, frilier, and robbing you of your independence? For years, the message has been simple: eat more chicken to get strong. You've followed the advice. You've grilled it, baked it, and boiled it, believing you were doing the right thing for your body. But what if that very effort was working against you? A comprehensive new review of senior nutritional science has uncovered a critical flaw in this old-school advice. The findings are clear. The universal one-size-fits-all approach to protein is fundamentally broken for anyone over the age of 60. The rules have changed, and the food you've been told is your greatest ally might be your biggest obstacle. The problem isn't the protein in chicken itself. The problem is what happens inside a senior's body when you try to use it. After 60, your digestive system undergoes natural changes. It produces less of the gastric acid and enzymes required to break down dense, complex animal muscle fibers efficiently. When you eat a chicken breast, your body now has to work much harder to process it. Instead of being smoothly broken down into the amino acids your muscles desperately need, a significant portion of that tough protein may pass through your system only partially digested. You are eating the fuel, but your starving muscles are never receiving the full delivery. You are left feeling weak, frustrated, and confused, wondering why you're doing everything right, but still losing strength, still feeling that tremor in your legs when you stand up, and still worrying about your balance. This isn't a failure of your willpower. This is a failure of an outdated system. But there is a solution. There is a different path, a way of eating that aligns with your body's biology, not fights against it. It involves shifting from hard-to-process proteins to what leading health specialists are calling bioavailable superfuels, specific, often overlooked foods that your body can actually use with ease to support muscle health and functional strength. If you have a single piece of chicken in your fridge right now, you need to see what comes next. What you are about to learn will fundamentally change how you think about food and your strength. This is your moment to discover the truth. If you are ready to finally understand what your body truly needs, I want you to type truth in the comments below. Let me show you the real path to strength. Let's expose the lie and flip the switch. They told you, protein is protein. That was the lie. For a senior's body, the source is everything. This outdated idea ignores a fundamental truth of human biology. As we age, our physiology changes. What worked at 40 can fail at 60, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because the rules of the game have changed. Think of your digestive system as a factory. For decades, it ran at full capacity, with powerful machinery to break down dense, complex foods like chicken breast. But after 60, that factory naturally downshifts. It produces less of the potent gastric acids and enzymes needed to dismantle tough animal muscle fibers efficiently. When you eat chicken, you're sending a raw, stubborn material into a factory that can no longer process it effectively. The result: a digestive traffic jam. Instead of being smoothly converted into the building blocks for muscle, a significant portion of that protein lingers, undigested, or is diverted. This can contribute to low-grade inflammation and digestive discomfort, creating an internal environment that is hostile to muscle maintenance. You're consuming the raw materials, but the factory can't use them, leaving your muscles in a state of want. This is why you can eat chicken every single day and still feel your strength subtly fading. But here is the breakthrough. Your body possesses a natural mechanism, let's call it the anabolic switch. This is your body's innate ability to take in nutrients and use them to maintain and support lean muscle tissue. For this switch to be flipped on, it doesn't just need protein, it needs the right kind of protein delivered in the right way. It needs fuels that are easy to process, rich in specific supportive nutrients, and gentle on your system. The old way, forcing your body to fight against dense protein sources, keeps this switch stuck in the off position. The 5 foods you are about to discover are not just alternatives to chicken. They are biological keys. Each one is a switch food, meticulously chosen because it bypasses the digestive struggles of your later years. They are easily broken down, rapidly absorbed, and packed with complementary nutrients that work in harmony to create the perfect internal conditions for muscle support. They don't just contain protein, they deliver it with precision, telling your body, it is safe to build. It is time to be strong. This is not a minor dietary tweak. This is a fundamental upgrade. You are moving from a strategy that creates internal friction and struggle to one that promotes efficiency and ease. You are moving from a system that is failing you to one that is designed specifically for you. The path to supporting your strength is not about eating more. It is about eating smarter. It is about choosing the fuels that flip your biological switch to on. Let's discover what those fuels are. While chicken abandons your muscles by midnight, this first food clocks in for a full night shift. Let's be clear about the timeline of strength. Your body doesn't just build muscle during your walk or your workout. The most crucial period for repair and recovery is the 7 to 9 hours you are asleep. This is when your body shifts into its restoration mode, working to repair the microscopic damage done to muscle tissue throughout the day. This is where the old model, built on chicken, fails completely. You might have chicken for dinner at 6 o'clock. It creates a brief, demanding digestive burden, and by the time you go to bed at 10, the short-lived burst of amino acids it provided has long since faded from your bloodstream. From midnight until you wake up, your muscles are essentially fasting. They have no raw materials to work with. They are trying to rebuild a house with no lumber delivered to the job site. This is a primary reason for morning stiffness and that feeling of starting the day already behind. Now, meet your overnight engineer, cottage cheese. This is not just another dairy product. This is a strategic, slow-release fuel system. The unique protein in cottage cheese, called micellar casein, forms a gel in your stomach. Unlike the rapid digestion of other proteins, this gel is broken down slowly and steadily over several hours. When you eat a serving of cottage cheese about 30 to 60 minutes before bed, you are initiating a 12-hour relay of rebuilding instructions directly to your muscles. You are providing a constant, gentle drip of amino acids that lasts throughout the entire night. While you are deep in sleep, your body is actively using these building blocks to support muscle protein synthesis, the very process that maintains lean muscle tissue. Chicken is a flash in the pan. Cottage cheese is an all-night repair crew reporting for duty. The scientific community has taken note of this powerful effect. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of Gerontology concluded that nighttime protein provision, specifically casein, can be a highly effective strategy for supporting muscle mass maintenance in older adults. It works with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. But the benefits of this switch food don't stop there. Cottage cheese is also a rich source of calcium and phosphorus, two minerals that are fundamental for bone strength. Strong bones are the anchor for strong muscles. It also contains selenium, a mineral that supports antioxidant function, and vitamin B12, which is crucial for nerve health. You are not just getting a protein, you are getting a complete support system in one simple, affordable food. The application of this is so simple it almost feels like a secret hack. Tonight, do not have a heavy chicken dinner. Instead, have a lighter evening meal, and about an hour before you go to bed, have a half cup to a cup of cottage cheese. You can add a few berries for flavor and fiber, or a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds which we will discuss later. It is light, it is easy to digest, and it will not sit heavily in your stomach. Then, pay attention when you wake up. Do you feel less stiff? Do your legs feel more ready to move? That is the feeling of your overnight engineer having completed the shift. That is the feeling of the anabolic switch being firmly in the on position. This is the first key. This is how you start reclaiming your strength from the ground up, beginning tonight. Chicken secretly fans the flames of inflammation inside you. This next food is the firewall. To understand this critical switch, you must first understand a silent war happening inside your body. It's a battle between two fundamental types of fats, pro-inflammatory omega-6 and anti-inflammatory omega-3. A healthy body maintains a delicate balance between them. However, the modern diet, heavily reliant on conventional meats and processed oils, is overwhelmingly saturated with omega-6. Now, consider the life of a standard, conventionally raised chicken. Its feed is often high in corn and soy, which are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. These fats are then stored in the chicken's tissue. When you eat that chicken, you are consuming a concentrated dose of these pro-inflammatory fats. Every single bite is like quietly adding another log to a slow-burning fire within your body. This is not a dramatic metaphor, it's a biochemical reality. This chronic, low-grade inflammation is a hidden enemy of muscle health. It creates a hostile cellular environment where muscle tissue breakdown is accelerated, and repair processes are suppressed. It's a primary reason you can feel achy, stiff, and like your body is fighting against itself, even without a specific injury. Now, meet your inflammation firewall, canned sardines. This is where we fight fire with the right kind of fuel. Sardines are one of the most powerful dietary sources of long-chain omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. When you consume these omega-3s, they don't just add a good fat, they actively help your body produce molecules called resolvins and protectins, which are crucial for resolving inflammation and protecting tissues. You are not just eating a protein, you are consuming an instruction manual that tells your body to cool the inflammatory fires and create a resilient, restorative internal environment. You are building a biological fortress around your muscles, safeguarding them from the internal wear and tear that contributes to weakness. The importance of this fatty acid balance is a cornerstone of nutritional science. A landmark review in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition emphasized that the dietary ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fats is a critical factor in supporting the body's natural inflammatory response. By shifting your protein source from chicken to sardines, you are directly and powerfully optimizing this ratio. But the benefits of this tiny mighty fish extend far beyond fats. A single can of sardines is a nutritional powerhouse. It delivers a complete, easy-to-digest protein that rivals chicken, but it also provides a substantial dose of vitamin D and calcium working in synergy for bone strength. It is one of the best food sources of vitamin B12, a nutrient essential for nerve health and energy, whose absorption often declines with age. And here is the simplest part, the application. You do not need to be a chef. You do not need to spend hours preparing sardines. The next time you are at the grocery store, walk past the chicken breast and go to the canned fish aisle. Pick up a few cans of sardines packed in water or olive oil. They are incredibly affordable, often costing less than $2 a can, and they are already cooked, deboned, and ready to eat. For your next lunch, simply open a can, mash the sardines with a fork, and mix them with a little lemon juice and pepper. Spread this on a piece of whole grain toast. It is a 10-minute meal that delivers a more powerful, comprehensive package of muscle-supporting nutrition than a grilled chicken breast ever could. You are making the easiest possible switch from a food that secretly undermines you to a food that actively builds and protects you. You are moving from being a passive victim of inflammation to an active commander of your internal environment. This is how you fortify your foundation. Chicken leaves your nerves starved and frayed. This food is the electrician your body is begging for. Think of your body's movement system as a complex, high-tech machine. Your muscles are the powerful motors. But those motors are completely useless without the intricate, delicate wiring that connects them to the command center, your brain. This wiring is your nervous system, and after 60, it is often the most overlooked part of the strength equation. You can have the most well-maintained muscles, but if the signal from your brain to contract now or stabilize now is weak, delayed, or fuzzy, the result is a failure to move with power, grace, and confidence. This is the hidden reason behind that feeling of unsteadiness, the slight tremor in your hand, or the frustrating delay between your intention to stand up and your legs actually responding with force. This is where the standard chicken diet fails catastrophically. Chicken breast provides virtually zero of the specific nutrients required to maintain and protect that critical nervous system wiring. It is like trying to maintain a fiber optic network with bricks and mortar. The materials are all wrong. Now, meet your nerve regenerator, lentils. This humble legume is a silent powerhouse for neurological health. Lentils are absolutely packed with a spectrum of B vitamins, most notably folate, B9, thiamine, B1, and B6. These are not just optional supplements, They are essential cofactors in one of your body's most fundamental processes, the creation and maintenance of the myelin sheath. The myelin sheath is the insulating layer that surrounds your nerve fibers. Think of it as the plastic coating on an electrical wire. Without this insulation, the electrical signals traveling from your brain to your muscles degrade, short-circuit, and lose their power. The B vitamins in lentils are the raw materials your body uses to constantly repair and reinforce this vital insulation. They ensure the "move now" signal arrives at its destination with crystal-clear intensity and lightning speed. The role of B vitamins is so well established that it is a bedrock principle of nutritional neuroscience. Research consistently shows that B vitamins are indispensable for optimal nervous system function and are crucial for the cellular energy production that powers every single signal your nerves send. By eating lentils, you are directly supporting the very infrastructure that commands your strength. But the lentils' power doesn't stop at your nerves. It is a true switch food because it delivers a triple action benefit. First, it provides a substantial amount of plant-based protein to fuel muscle maintenance. Second, it is rich in dietary fiber, which supports stable blood sugar levels, preventing the energy crashes that drain your vitality. And third, it is a superb source of iron and magnesium, two minerals directly involved in oxygen transport and efficient muscle contraction. The command to implement this is simple and direct. Your next soup, stew, or salad must have lentils. This is the ultimate nerve food swap for boring chicken. It requires no special skill. Buy a bag of dried brown or green lentils or, for even more convenience, stock your pantry with pre-cooked canned lentils. Rinse them, and they are ready. Stir a cup of cooked lentils into your favorite vegetable soup instead of chicken. Toss them into a salad for a hearty, satisfying lunch that will fuel you for hours without the sluggishness of a heavy meat-based meal. You can even mash them lightly with herbs to form a base for a nutrient-dense bowl. You are not just substituting one protein for another. You are making a strategic upgrade from a food that ignores your nervous system to a food that actively nourishes and protects it. You are shifting from a model that only focuses on the engine to one that also repairs the electrical system. This is how you ensure that every bit of strength you build is fully accessible, on demand, for a body that moves with intention and confidence. This is the mineral that modern farming has stripped from our soil, and that chicken completely fails to replace. It is the literal key that turns your muscles back on. We have talked about protein for the building blocks, fats for a healthy environment, and B vitamins for the wiring. But what if the power to the entire system is unstable? What if the fundamental spark of movement itself is fading? This is not about muscle size. This is about the very energy that makes muscles work. This is where we encounter the most critical and most commonly overlooked mineral for senior strength, magnesium. Inside every one of your muscle cells, the energy currency that powers every single movement you make is a molecule called adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. Whether it's the powerful contraction to stand up from a chair or the fine motor control to button a shirt, it is all powered by ATP. But here is the secret. ATP is useless without magnesium. Magnesium is the key that must be inserted into the ATP molecule to unlock its energy. Without sufficient magnesium, ATP cannot be spent. It's like having a bank account full of money but no way to write a check or use a debit card. The energy is there, but it's completely inaccessible. This biochemical reality is why magnesium deficiency is directly linked to muscle weakness, cramps, and that profound feeling of fatigue. Modern commercial farming has significantly depleted magnesium from our soil, which means it is less present in our grains and vegetables. And a chicken breast provides a negligible amount. You can be eating a diet that seems complete, yet be functionally deficient in this essential spark. Now, meet your metabolic ignition key, pumpkin seeds. These small, green seeds are one of the most concentrated dietary sources of bioavailable magnesium you can easily find. Just a single handful provides a substantial portion of your daily requirement. When you consume pumpkin seeds, you are making a direct deposit of this critical mineral into your system. You are handing your body the key it needs to unlock the energy it has already produced. This is not a vague wellness concept, it is a fundamental principle of human biochemistry. Magnesium is a documented cofactor for over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, with its role in ATP activation and muscle contraction being among the most vital. By restoring your magnesium levels, you are not just relaxing muscles, you are empowering them. You are enabling the clear, strong, and sustained contractions that are the foundation of stability and power. The effect can be subtle but profound. It is not a burst of stimulant energy, but a deeper, more reliable current of vitality. It is the feeling of your leg muscles engaging with confidence as you climb a step, or your core stabilizing effortlessly as you bend down. The command is as simple as the solution. Buy a bag of raw or roasted, unsalted pumpkin seeds today. Keep it in your kitchen, by your chair, or in your car. Make it a daily habit to eat one handful. You do not need to cook them or prepare them. Just eat them. Pay close attention over the next several days. Do you feel a subtle return of power and certainty in your step? Does that background hum of fatigue lessen? That is the feeling of the metabolic switch flipping on. That is the feeling of your body's energy currency flowing freely again, powering the movement that defines your independence. This is the key you have been missing. Forget chewing tough chicken. The future of senior strength is liquid. We have rebuilt the system. We have an overnight engineer, an inflammation firewall, a nerve regenerator, and a metabolic ignition key. Now, we arrive at the ultimate efficiency expert. This is about achieving maximum results with minimum effort and strain on your body. This is about moving from a model of struggle to one of elegant, effortless support. The central challenge we have identified is digestion. After 60, your body's ability to break down dense, complex foods is simply not what it used to be. Chewing and digesting a tough chicken breast is a long, arduous battle for your system. It requires significant energy and resources, and as we've learned, the victory is often incomplete, leaving your muscles undersupplied. So, let's ask the fundamental question: why fight your body? Why force it through a digestive war when you can give it exactly what it needs in a form it can use immediately, without the battle? This brings us to your ultimate biohack: pasteurized liquid egg whites. This is not just another egg product. This is pure, unadulterated protein in its most accessible, bioavailable form. These are the whites of eggs, separated, pasteurized for safety, and packaged in a carton. They are completely cooked and ready to use. There is no shell, no mess, and no digestive heavy lifting required. When you consume liquid egg whites, you are performing a brilliant end run around the digestive slowdown. You are providing a stream of the highest quality protein that is predigested in a sense, already in a liquid form that requires minimal breakdown. It is rapidly absorbed and delivered directly into your bloodstream, providing a clean, potent stream of amino acids straight to your muscle tissue. This is the very definition of working smarter, not harder. The science behind this is rooted in the concept of protein bioavailability. This measures how efficiently your body can digest, absorb, and utilize a protein from food. The protein in eggs, and specifically in egg whites, is considered the gold standard, with scientific reviews consistently rating its bioavailability as exceptionally high. This means your body can use a greater percentage of the protein you consume for crucial processes like muscle protein synthesis, with very little waste. You are giving your body a premium fuel that it can use with near-perfect efficiency. The application of this biohack could not be simpler or faster. You will find cartons of pasteurized liquid egg whites in the refrigerated section of any grocery store, near the whole eggs. For a powerful protein-packed breakfast, pour a half cup of liquid egg whites into a bowl, scramble them with some spinach and herbs, and you have a meal that is more digestible and targeted than any chicken dish. For the ultimate convenience, add a quarter cup of liquid egg whites directly into your morning smoothie. They are flavorless and will create a rich, creamy texture while giving your muscles a pure protein boost. It blends perfectly with fruits, vegetables, and nut butters. This 10-second addition is a direct upgrade from the prehistoric effort of processing tough meat. It is a modern solution for a modern understanding of the senior body. You now hold all 5 keys. You have a complete toolkit designed not to fight your body's natural changes, but to work in harmony with them. This is the new paradigm. This is how you flip the switch from decline to vitality, from struggle to strength. You now have the 5 keys. You possess the complete understanding of why the old system failed you and what your body truly requires. But knowledge without action is merely a theory. What you do in the next 10 minutes will determine whether this remains an interesting idea or becomes the turning point for your strength and independence. This is not a diet tip. This is a biological upgrade. To make this transition foolproof and simple, we have created a clear, actionable plan for you. The 7-Day Switch Protocol. For the next 7 days, your mission is to eliminate chicken entirely and intentionally rotate these 5 switch foods into your daily meals. This is not about perfection or counting calories. It is about consistent, strategic action. Each day, you will focus on incorporating 1 or 2 of these powerful foods, ensuring your body receives the full spectrum of support it has been missing. On the morning of day 8, you will not be the same person who started this protocol. You will feel a difference. It might be less morning stiffness, more stable energy throughout the day, a clearer mind, or a newfound sense of power in your step. This is the feeling of your body's operating system being updated. This is the feeling of the anabolic switch being permanently flipped to on. Your detailed map for this journey is contained in a free resource we have prepared for you, the 7-Day Switch PDF Guide. This is not a suggestion, it is your instruction manual. It is a simple, large print document that provides a simple daily framework, meal ideas, and a checklist to keep you on track. It removes all the guesswork and makes executing this protocol as easy as following a recipe. The direct download link for your free PDF guide is pinned in the very top comment below this video as well as in the description. Now, this is where your power of choice takes over. You have a critical decision to make. You can close this video and return to the old rules, the rules that have left you frustrated and feeling weaker despite your best efforts. Or, you can make a different choice. You can choose to join a new way of thinking. You can decide that your strength and independence are worth a simple, 7-day experiment. This is more than a video, it is an invitation to be part of a community that is taking back control. Your first step is public and purposeful. Go down to the comments section right now. Click on the first comment and get your 7-Day Switch PDF. Download it, save it to your phone, or print it out. Then, I want you to come back to the comments and make your commitment visible. Declare your intention to your future self and to everyone watching. Comment one word, switch. That single word signifies that you are done with the lies and you are ready to feed your body the truth. It shows that you are choosing the path of smart, efficient strength. Let's fill this comment section with a wave of people who are saying yes to a stronger, more independent future. Let's build this movement together, one simple, powerful switch at a time. The power is in your hands. The protocol is waiting. We are here, ready to begin with you. Thank you for watching.